It is October 3rd, it's a Monday, and my name is Bill McCamley. I am your state representative for Las Cruces and Mesilla with the legislative update today. It is special session day 4, where we're up here to talk about the budget crisis. I do these videos every day up here, so if you want to hear what happened in the first 3 days, you can watch those on Facebook and YouTube. So the day started off with a budget bill. I've been sponsoring a lot of the Senate compromise fixes, and we were able to get a bill that swept a lot of capital outlay. So these are infrastructure projects that were appropriated before 2015. So anything in 2014 and before, if it's been sitting in an account and has not been used, we swept those things and to help with the budget crisis this year. And it's uncontroversial isn't the word. It's very controversial because a lot of legislators up here have communities where they need help with sewers and roads and senior centers and all these things that our infrastructure funds fund, but we've got a $600 million hole in the budget we've got to fix, and we figured this was one of the least controversial things we can do. In fact, on the floor I was like, okay, we've got all these bad things to do. This is one of the least bad things we can do. And it did pass with a 2/3 vote, which it needed to pass, and we sent it to the governor's desk. So we've got two compromise bills passed. We've got some of the easy ones down, and now we have to work on some of the hard ones. So the Republicans modified one of the tax packages that came over from the Senate, and I introduced an amendment on the floor to bring back the corporate tax cut freeze. So a couple of days ago in committee, the Senate had sent over a proposal to freeze a corporate tax decrease for the next 2 years. Not increase anybody's taxes, but freeze the decrease. So they killed it in committee. There's an economic theory over there, to say it nicely, that if you cut taxes at the top, the benefits will trickle down. I don't really think that works, and I disagree with it, but they killed it. So I introduced it on the floor today and said, okay, we're going to do this again, and we're going to spend that $15 million in the first year and $25 million in the second year, funding ending the rape kit backlog here in the state. Remember, if you're raped and you get a rape kit, a lot of times we haven't had the resources to process those, and that is horrific. We want to do more sexual assault programs, funding domestic violence shelters, that sort of thing. And we wanted to fund police in local jurisdictions, so cities and counties where they have a lack of police officers. And the Republicans didn't want to vote on that, so they killed they rolled the whole bill. So I guess they're not going to just bring it up again, and I just don't find that good. And then just tonight, I just got out of a committee where we were talking about film incentives. There's a group of rural Republicans mostly that want to roll back the state's film incentives, and this is one of those things that I wasn't really all gung-ho about when they first came out, but they're working. There are jobs being created in every sector of the state. There's production facilities that are going full out in Albuquerque and Santa Fe. We're thinking about building one in Las Cruces. There are specific film education programs in Santa Fe and at New Mexico State. And it's producing a lot of jobs for, not in the way of the state looking at it, a ton of money. And the really secondary nature of it is helping tourism, because when movies and TV shows go out there and they say, we were filmed in New Mexico, I mean, it's gorgeous here, right? It's just basically like a free ad on top of all the direct jobs that are coming here. But on a party line vote, the Republicans killed it. Some of them don't like the theory of incentives as a whole. Others, I think there's a little bit of a political thing about that, since the film industry tends to be more on the progressive side of the aisle, but we'll see if that makes it to the floor. There might be some more moderate Republicans on the floor that would find that a hard thing to kill, since Albuquerque and the Republicans from there, Albuquerque actually benefits pretty greatly from this. So the death penalty folks are meeting right now. We thought it was gone away. They modified it and brought it back to a committee. They're probably going to be there all night. That's a really serious thing. And so I've already kind of said how I feel about that in a previous video. But if you have questions, comments, or concerns on these or any other issues, please let me know. We're actually not meeting tomorrow. I've got to stay up here in Santa Fe because I can't drive home tonight and come out tomorrow night. It's just crazy. But I'll hopefully be back with you on Thursday with another update. I hope everyone has a great middle of your week. Thanks.